if you build your cannons in a better position than them. Although normally the person who builds cannons first deals the best spots. Usually as you start leveling up your cannons, the damage goes up a lot as well. And
Yeah,
so at this
so-
stage of the game, you can see the cannons are actually taking off a sizable amount of the health of the roaches.
Yeah, so as you can see, my storm cannon's only one upgrade better, and it has 8 damage, weapon speed of 2, and my heavy cannon, which is the grade down, is
The upgrades
damage
work in a very simple way. Every single upgrade is always 4 times that of the previous one, and it also gives 4 times that of the previous one's stats. So 4 times the energy gain, 4 times the damage, 4 times the healing rate, or even 4 times the health for the crystal after the first upgrade. And so definitely upgrading is better than building more.
Yeah, as things only cost double.
Well, actually no, they cost 4 times, but
Do they?
it's equivalent of building them. Then, well, as I said, the issue is space in the game.
Oh yeah, I thought it was double. Oh no, that's for upgrading how much you increase
Look
your
at your
mining.
storm cannon though. You'll see because he's upgraded it, it also requires more energy to be powered, and its generators are both lower levels than that of the cannon, and so cannot provide enough energy for it to keep on firing. And you see, there you go. Now he's upgraded his generators, so actually does have enough energy now to keep on going.
Yeah, my bad. I just
One
didn't
thing
want
Dean
to
still
die.
hasn't done though is built a time warper which would increase all 4 of his cannons' attack speeds by 120%, I think it is, straight at first, and then you can upgrade it twice to the third upgrade, which is normally where you keep it at, which is the 200% attack speed upgrade, which basically, well, doubles the damage input they do, but it does also require 2 generators rather than 1 to power them, otherwise they run out of energy too quickly. Once again, it's a very good way of cutting down on the amount of space you need, and this is really required in the later parts of the game, when enemies have much more health and they can take kind of 200 cannon shots to kill.
Yeah, so now I can warp it one. I can upgrade it one more time because a cannon needs a 1 generator of its own level to supply it, and with this time warper speeding them up by 200%, it means I need 2 generators.
Yeah. It works very simply, 100% attack speed requires 1 generator, you get 140% attack speed, and that would technically speaking require 1.4 generators to power it, although you can't really have that, but here we go, it's night 5, we've got the boss now. If you look at the front of our wall you'll see there's a very large brutalist there, who deals a lot of damage to the crystal, and hopefully will die before he destroys it. In games you get 1 boss per player, and they do try to split up and go to each base. So if you have 2 people in a base, you will get 2 bosses attacking you. But normally, because the cannons all have large splash radiuses, you normally kill them at the same time.
Yeah, so when you directly hit a enemy with a cannon, it slows them down, and this kind of plays a big part in later games.
Yes, normally when you've got enough cannons, you can pretty much stop the movement of the enemies, which is pretty much the only way you can survive later on. After night 25, the game goes into you only get the same wave over and over again, but greatly increased in health and damage, and so really the game ends at wave 25. But you can keep on going to get lots of experience, just see how far you can go. You get rewards depending on how many nights you survive if you play on one of the harder difficulties. For instance, you notice Dean plays as a probe and I play as a High Templar. The High Templar is one of the rewards for playing on the very hard difficulty, and he has a much increased speed over the normal probe, which is very helpful for running away.
Yeah, so you unlock the High Templar, as it shows here, for surviving 50 nights in very hard, and it increases the speed movement of the person, and he's also specialising in Red Crystal, which is unlocked at level 10.
If I go over here and start farming this red crystal, you'll see immediately that I'm farming at a much faster rate than I was at Vespine. Although I don't really need red crystal at the moment. So back to the Vespine.
Okay, so now I've got everything upgraded. So I've now got this up 200%, and these now have, as you can see, half the speed.
They have a nice attack speed of 1, which is really why you want to keep them until definitely the later part of the game, because But definitely, after you get past day 25, you need to upgrade it to the max level, because the max level gives a 380% attack speed bonus, which makes
Oh.
each cannon, technically speaking, worth 4 in the way of damage. Although that does require a lot of generators to power them. But probably near the end of the end stages of the game, if you have enough cores, resources really aren't a problem. Spaces.
I knew I forgot to do something. Upgrading crystal is very important.
'Cause if they break through that, you can probably survive. You can probably run away, survive, as long as there's not too much time left. Unfortunately, they will destroy all your buildings, and if they destroy them, you don't get the resources back.
Yeah, so as you can see now, I've got my cannons. The upgrade rate of my cannons has overtaken the health that the enemy go up by, and I'm then now very few of them are even getting close to my crystal. Yeah, and all the blood and guts are flying everywhere. Yeah, so now I have 120 of that. Yeah, so now I need to upgrade my base again, which costs 4 times. Yeah, so that goes up by 4 times each time, and I need 4 times of each amount of minerals. Yeah, so as you can see, these have got stronger since last round.
The curve at which the enemy increases difficulty is pretty low at the beginning of the game. It definitely steepens massively when you get near the end. I think between waves 23 and 24, they double in damage, and from 2,000 to 4,000, and I think double in health as well.
Yeah, so as you can see, I'm getting tons and tons of Vespine gas from killing them. Ooh.
Yeah, you can see he has 1,080 kills and I have 0 kills, so he's greatly above me in experience so far this game and things like that. But if you notice, my resource collection rate is very high compared to his, and so
Yes, he's
when
got
I do start
7-7.
to come in, I'm going to be making things very fast. I'm on the 7/7 upgrades at the moment, so what I need is the 8/8 upgrades. Each upgrade doubles in cost every single time you buy it. So by the time, really, it does get less and less efficient as you get up the upgrades, but it does get more and more effective. The speed upgrade definitely, because of the time, reduces it by the more upgrades that you have, the more it kind of affects your speed later in the game.
Alright, so next thing I need to upgrade is my crystal.
That's happened to me now. The Vespin guys only have a certain amount of Vespinism, as you may expect. When they run out, it's the best idea to destroy the assimilator on it and build another one, because the Vespin in a Vespin guys will slowly generate 5 every second when there's not an assimilator on top of it. And so if you have enough Vespin guys in your base, you can just kind of keep going around them indefinitely if you need to.
We don't have that many. We have one.
We do. Because our base extends all the way to here. We can go to there safely. And I can also go down to here.
Oh yeah, and you can go up here, can't you?
Normally bases are bigger than they look, but definitely pay attention to your base at the beginning of the game. The kind of location of your base is the most important thing in the game, and so often if you're looking for a really good game, it's a good idea to try, because it's a random generator for what the map looks like, it's a good idea to have to load the game up a couple times so you find a base that's really good.
Yeah.
Just gonna turn my volume down because the sound of dying aberrations is
I like these graphics. Yeah, so yeah, I've just got a new graphics card. Well, just got a new graphics card. I've only just been able to use the high graphics on my new graphics card because I've had really bad connection with my wireless. So I've disconnected up my cable, and yeah.
I've just always been able to use the high graphics, and I love them. It's the StarCraft does have a very good graphics threshold for any level, really. I mean, even on the low graphics, weak computers can't actually run it.
So I'm running, yeah. So The graphics I'm using at the moment require 512 megabytes, or megabytes, and the graphics that Alex is using requires 1024 megabytes, which is 1 gigabyte.
But for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know.
How's your cannons coming off? Still storm cannons. You really want to upgrade them. I normally try that. It's because you've got 4 cannons. Normally I go with 3, and I have out the next upgrade, which I believe is the phase cannon at about night 7, day 8. It's a good time to have them out because their damage is almost equivalent to that of the health of the enemy, and so it's very useful for keeping them away.
Righty-ho. Yeah, so here comes the next wave. Again, they've got increased health, increased speed, and these
Actually,
ones.
no, every single wave does have the same speed.
Does it?
Yes.
I'm sure their speed
Always.
increased.
No, their speed is always at a 3, while the base pro speed is 3.2, so you can actually always outrun the enemy. The only problem is that they do go everywhere and they'll often split up and find you.
The roaches have a speed of 3.5.
Yes, minus 0.5 though. The speeds of the enemy was as a random, but the game